Jesus went out into the hills to pray, spending the whole night in prayer with God. Feast of Saint Simon and Jude, Apostles. My dear friends, there are few arguments about this feast, because there's a doubt whether, when it comes to Jude, whether he's the Apostle Jude, and Simon. There are few points in the tradition where it says Simon was the bridegroom in wedding at Cana, but then these are in the tradition. They are not scriptural arguments. And however, in the tradition, both the persons are put together to celebrate as a feast. Come what may, whatever it is. What is important? That you are chosen by Him. Both of them they are martyred. They were martyrs. In 65 AD, they were killed, persecuted because of the Lord. And anyway, it's important that you identify your role in Jesus. That's why now you are no longer strangers or guests, but fellow citizens of the holy people. You are of the household of God. You are the house whose foundations are the apostles and prophets, and whose cornerstone is Christ Jesus. So we have a duty to join ourselves with Christ. Cornerstone, when it comes to the cornerstone, those days they didn't have concrete or that building methods. So normally, arch-like doorway, cornerstone would stand in the middle, and all the stones would be connected to that cornerstone. So they will stand firm because of the connection to the cornerstone. So but then all the other stones, bricks, will make the house of God. So as Paul and as Jude and Simon, saints, we are called to connect ourselves to the Lord. And how our Master acted in all His direction. Before get the direction, before act out, He got the direction proper by climbing the mountain. Mountain is the presence of God. On the mountaintop, he was giving the truth of his heart, and he was discussing with the Father. It was a consultation, and he heard the voice of the Father, and he was praying throughout the night. What a connection! But then think about ourselves, whether when we want to make a decision in life, where would we starting then? How we do make our decisions? It's all just haphazardly made, emotionally made. Do we really consult the Lord for His will to be done in my life? Do we really discern the will of the Father, mind of God, in all our decisions? So prayer is the place where you get yourself connected to the Father. And he was praying throughout the night, because he strongly, ardently want what the Father wants him to do. That's exactly in high priest prayer, John chapter 7, 16 and 17. He clearly said, I do what my Father is doing. I see what He is doing, and He's working, and I will also work. So, and he said, my food is to do the will of my Father. My joy is to please my Father, not to please myself or people. So in that way, it's important that you discern the will in all your endeavors. You grasp it properly. Listen beyond what you hear. See beyond what you see. Understand beyond what you perceive. That is important. That is strongly important, my dear friends. That you have a prayerful connection, prayerful discernment before all your decisions. See what happens. Now, at this time, Jesus went out into the hill to pray, spending the whole night in prayer with God. When day came, he called his disciples to him and chose 12 of them, whom he called apostles. So that was how he made the decision. He prayed throughout the night, and it was light. Prayer should lead you to the light, and in light you will see properly. When Samuel was asked to choose David as the king, he saw the first son, and he thought, he is the son, he is the chosen one. God said, don't judge with your perception. All what you see is outside. What I see is the heart. So you need to have that proper direction to see the mind of God, to grasp the mind of God. So prayer, darkness, and it will lead to light. His word is going to be the light unto your path. So in that light, he chose the 12. So what a weight in that choice. You are so important, for God to choose the 12. So do with your life, my dear friends. It is important for what you are called to. Your vocation is of profound importance. He does it with proper discernment. So you are called uniquely, specially for His will. And then what happens? He called them to Himself and named them apostles. So naming is always to have authority over the person. That's why Adam and Eve, all the animals were brought to Adam and he named them. But then when it comes to Eve, God, it was divine passive, God asked him to name the woman as Eve. So it has a connection with authority over the person. But then here the Lord is saying, you are unto me, and name will denote their calling, vocation. Name and calling is connected. That what Moses is the one who taken from the waters. That's how he was asked to lead the people through the waters. That's exactly how the word beautifully says, coming down the hill with them, Jesus stood on the level place. So this connection, mountain and the valley, level field. You have to climb the mountain, get the connection properly, come down and meet the people in the level field, in the valley. It's important. Many of his disciples were there and had large crowd of people whom had come from all parts of Judea and Jerusalem and from coastal cities of Tyre and Sidon. They gathered to hear him and be healed of their diseases. Likewise, people troubled by evil spirits were healed. The entire crowd tried to touch him because of the power that went out from him and healed them all. So this is the power of the mountain. This is exactly what would happen. You will recharge yourself and you will come down. And Jesus will draw you there. Whenever you pray, you are taken up. So vision from the top is different from the vision from the valley. You will see many things. You will see everything which need to be perceived properly. So that's exactly why you should make the decision on the top of the mountain in prayer and come down and get people to come up to meet the Lord in a profound way. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.